All right, this is going to be Jesus is Just All Right by the Doobie Brothers. We're going to start out with this E7 raised 9 chord, kind of a Jimi Hendrix chord. So we're going to go. So that's 7 on the A string, 6, 7, and 8. And the chord we're going to go into is going to come up in here, 8, 7, 8, 8. So that's an F7, 9 chord. So we got an E7 raised 9, we got an F7, 9. So we got. So bum bum chicka bum 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 bum. Then we have this little riff. Okay, so that's some of our first stuff. So let's look at this riff here. We got 5, 6, 7 on the A, down to 5 on the G, and then we go 5, 6, 7 to that low C note, 8th fret of the E string. So we got, and then do the first riff again, and then we have the little 4th riff here is, so 5, 6, 7, 5 to 4 on the D, and then 5 to 7 on the A, and then the big E string. So once again, our beginning is. Okay, then we're going to get into an A minor bar chord. We're going to go. Okay, so we have the A minor bar chord. We hit like down, we hit on the 1, and then we start hitting the ups of like the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and stuff. And. Go to a little part of a D chord there, those 7s. So we don't have as long of as many strums and stuff for that one, so we get into that upstroke on an E raised 9. So we got 3, 4. And back to the first one. We have a couple more A minors, then we're gonna go back to that, what I call the A riff on this one. And then we're going to be back into the B riff. Oh yeah. So the oh yeah part is a major C. C major up here, 8th fret, 8, 10, 10, 9, 8, 8. Okay, so then we're going to be into another part B. Okay, so follow the tab around on this for the arrangement. So at that point, after we had the oh yeah, we went back into the main vamp thing. And we went right into the intro. And then we stopped playing because there was a vocal breakdown. But at the end of each kind of vocal breakdown, it's gonna hit like a D to a C chord here. So we got 7, 7, 7 on the D down to the B to the 5. So it's like. Okay, we do that a few times, and then we're going to be back into the intro. Main vamp. Back to the intro. Vamp. Oh yeah. Okay, then we have a break that's gonna go. So it started out with these 2 5s. We got the D string and the B string. And then we're going to go 9 and 8 on the same strings. We're going to take that 8 down to the 5 on the B string. We got 4 and 3 down here. Now we're going to go. You could either kind of slide that 5 to 3. We got these 5s here. We want to go to the 2 and 1. Back to that thing. So we have 5s. Then we have 9 and 8. Slides to 5. Then we go 4, 3. That was 5, 5. Going to the 3, the second string, to the 2, 1. Then we come back up high here. And then it starts over. So cool little sliding double stops, interesting part. And then there's going to be a part after you do that several times where you go. You got a couple double 7s there, listen for that one. And then you're going to have this riff again. Okay, so it kind of repeats like that, and then at one point you're going to have, and then at the end, you might have like a 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all in a row there. And then we come back to that big riff that was, so 5, 6, 7 down to the 5 on the G, and then 5, 6, 7 to the 8th fret of the E string. We're going to do that a whole bunch of times. Let's play along with that. 2, 3, and. Now the last one is going to be like that 4th one was in the intro. So 5, 6, 7, 5, 4 in the D, 5, 7 on the A, big E. Back into our vamp. After you do that second, there is a couple more of those A minor chords before we get to that. On that C major chord. So let's do a quick review of the intro here. We got 2, 3, and. So basically your ending of this whole kind of verse bit is either it does this raise 9, or you're waiting for that, oh yeah, and that C major. Okay, and then let's look at the little break again we had. Okay, so that was the gist of that one, and then you got that. That'll repeat a lot. It'll finally end with. Okay, so that's how it goes, and then the end just ends with the oh yeah. So Jesus Is Just Alright by the Doobie Brothers, more awesome Doobie Brothers stuff. So I'm not going to get into the leads on this one, but we'll do more Doobie Brothers in the future. We'll do some leads on those. Some of the leads are really like in my head, and I really can feel them and learn them really quick. The leads on this were a little bit more mysterious and not quite as easy to figure out quickly, so I kind of skipped those on this one. So we shall talk to you soon. Let me know if you have any requests. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace out.